I'm going to mute
Happy to.
everyone. Ready for you, Thom.
Thank you so much. With gratitude for Stuart, evoking the past, here's a legendary poem you've never heard before, dealing with, by the way, the drongo. The reason I didn't focus at first is that it's not native to Australia. It's from Southeast Asia, and it has flown to Australia. It's just a stupid bird that flies around getting insects. It's got a forked tail, and it's black or gray, just so you know. So this is a story about the blue-tongued lizard. Stuart, you know about blue-tongued lizards, of course. Okay, if you don't know about it, everyone stick their tongue out and see if your tongue is blue. Stick your tongue out now. Now look down. Is your tongue blue? No, it's not, is it? Okay, that's why this poem is important. Well, we met upon the path. I was cycling homewards when I saw this blue-tongued lizard lying there. She was basking, I suppose. She poked up her nose and shot a sky blue tongue in my direction. Well, I took my warning from her. It was a clear direction. I cycled by most carefully away. But then I realized, hold on, what a surprise. This lizard was telling me what to do. Now, being crown of all creation and quite skilled at self-destruction, I became quite miffed that this was now the case. So I cycled back to her, quietly basking in the sun, and I called out in English, "Hey, you there!" Well, she ignored me for a while, but I swear I saw a smile stretch across her famous blue-tongue mouth. And she winked one eye at me, winked one eye at me. Come on, guys, wink one eye at me. That was all I wanted to see. She knew what she was doing. I cycled out. Now, animals are human with a way of giving directions that makes it quite apparent to me now. We are not their masters. We are ecological disasters. And the animals are simply waiting all of us out. Sure, a species disappears when we chop and clear the trees, fish out oceans and kill the rich brown earth. But that twinkle in her eyes sure came as a surprise. That lizard was defending her home path. Now, if one little lizard, 1,000s of my size, could block my cycle path with bluff and puffing, imagine if the rest defended to their best the trees, the seas, the earth, the land and sky. Why? We wouldn't have a chance. If they all began to dance, we'd be beaten with a kookaburra's laugh. And the animals would linger by the coals of our remainders to make sure that we were finally down to earth. Now, this may seem a fantasy, but all future reality is predicated upon such small circumstance. So watch out for animals. When they flash their warning signals, maybe they're getting ready to kick us out. Hey! Blue-tongued lizard, baby. Check it out.
Nice kookaburra there. Nice kookaburra.
Kookaburra. You like kookaburra?
Yeah, very nice. And there's the drongo.
Yeah, it's the drongo. That's it.
Yeah, there it is himself.
Really?
Yeah. Not native to Australia, but a visitor.
Okay, I got another one. What's a brolga?
A brolga is a dancing bird. They dance in the swamps, and that's their mating ritual. Very beautiful when you ever get a chance. It's like a lyrebird. Brolga.
And the goanna? G-O-Anna? G-O-A-N-A, goanna.
Goanna. It's a big lizard, baby. Big lizard.
I'll find a picture.
If you see one, you want to go and get out of there.
That's right. Get going, Goanna. There's a famous
now I know.
A famous comedian called Ostentatious, and he did what you're about to do. He did a comedy piece using all the Australian flora and fauna, largely the fauna. And go on. I mean, how much can a koala bear? You know, and it was a cracker. It was number 10 on the, you know, he used every pun you could have. I'm sure you've got more.
Yes. Okay, so let me see here. So maybe this is foolishness. Okay. And there is the goanna.
Yep, that's it.
That's the goanna, Moana.
Oh, wow.
Plenty good eating, maybe. Plenty good eating.
Really? Looks a little tough. Looks a little tough to me, Thom.
You eat the inside, not the out.
Depends how hungry you are.
That's right.
More Australian animals to be revealed as the thing goes on here. So So it's come around to me, and I thought since we could maybe ask the Irish and the Australians present to resolve a question that I have,
I
and that's last week we heard from who was it who sang the Wild Colonial Boy,
yeah.
and I know an Australian that's sort of a very Irish version of that. And I know a very Australian version of that. And the line in one version says that Jack Doolan, the wild colonial boy, was born in Ireland, not far from, I think it's Castlemaine. And then the Australian version says born in the state of Victoria, not far from Castlemaine.
Well, there is
I
a
suspect the Irish one is correct. What do you think?
well, the Castlemaine is in Victoria too. There's a place called Castlemaine in Victoria, little gold mine town. So both are correct. You can have the Irish
See,
Castlemaine and the Australian.
So
Well,
much for settling the argument. Well, anyway, the song I'm going to do, huh?
There's a big boulder outside Castlemaine, and it's just at the entrance to town, and on it says that the birthplace of the wild colonial boy.
Indeed, okay. So Ireland makes a claim.
Oh, that's it.
Always do.
So
They're both true. One came before the other. That's all.
Yes, that's
so this next song mentions both of the great Australian badman songs. One of them being the Wild Colonial Boy, and the other being Bold Jack Donahue, which I don't think anyone has sang at these. We'll have to give that one a try. But this is a song called the Drover's Dream, and it's about a sheep drover who gets a little sleepy while he's watching after the sheep, and suddenly sees a procession of many Australian animals going by doing dances and songs for his amusement.
Yeah.
Until a very unamused boss wakes him up, and anyway. So that's all in the song. Let's see if you know all the animals in the song. I was traveling with the sheep, all me mates was fast asleep. Oh, I gotta mute everybody, I forgot. Hold on. Okay, hush now. From the top. I was traveling with the sheep, all me mates was fast asleep. No moon nor stars were shining in the sky. I was drowsing, I suppose, but my eyes had hardly closed when a very strange procession passed me by. First he come the kangaroo with a swag of blankets blue. He had with him a dingo for a maid. They were traveling pretty fast, and they shouted as they passed, "We gotta be jogging along, it's getting late." And the frogs from out the swamp, where the atmosphere was stomp, came up and gingerly sat down on the stone. They unrolled their little swags and took from their diddly bags the violin, the banjo, and the bone. And the little bandicoot played a tune upon his flute. 3 native bears come down and formed a ring. And the pelican and the crane, as they flew in off the plain, they amused the audience with the Highland fling. The goanna and the snake and the adder wide awake, with an alligator danced the soldier's joy. And from out the old she-oak the kookaburra spoke, and the magpie sang the Wild Colonial Boy. And the parrots green and blue sang Bold Jack Donahue, and performed a set of lancers very well. And some brogues started out from the tea tree all about, to strike up the old log cabin in the dell. Well, the drongo and the crow sang songs of long ago, while the frill-neck lizard listened with a smile. I was dreaming, I suppose, of these entertaining shows, and it never crossed my mind I was asleep. When the emu standing near put a claw up to his ear and sang, rocked in the cradle of the deep. I was snoring neath the cart, the bossy woke me with a start, saying, Clancy, where the hell's the flaming sheep?
What was the last line in that, Terry?
Huh?
What's the last line?
Clancy, where the hell's the flaming sheep?
And what's the name of that song again?
The Drover's Dream.
Yeah.
And
The Drover's Dream.
The Drover's Dream, and derives from an older song. I can't remember the title, but you know it's well known in Australia. So did you get all the animals? Hmm?
We don't have alligators. We have crocodiles. We have no
Oh,
alligators.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So
Yes.
whoever put that in.
I don't know who came up with the alligator, but we'll throw him out and put in a crocodile.
Bring in the crocodile.
Yeah, we all know that from watching Crocodile Dundee and all that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
two
So
types of crocodile.
the other little edit of my own that I made from Out the Old She Oak, the Kookaburra spoke. The original version is the Laughing Jackass spoke,
It's a
which is the same thing.
Same thing. That's right.
Yeah,
The
what's
thing
the
is,
other?
damp,
Native- Huh?
the other thing is damp doesn't rhyme with swamp.
Yeah, right. Actually, I did a little rearrangement. Damp doesn't rhyme with swamp. Yeah. You have to say
Right.
don't. Yeah. Be kind to your friends in the swamp. Where the weather is cold and damp. You know, you got to take some liberties. But what was the other one in there that got kind of funny? There's several different versions, and I tried to get all the lines in that I liked.
Yeah.
And it didn't work too well. I wanted to get Bold Jack Donahue and the Wild Colonial Boy.
Yeah. Good luck.
So anyway, that was fun. What was the other one I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I guess everyone knows that native bears are koala bears, right?
Yeah. They're not bears.
You got Clancy in there, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Clancy, and the alligator. So one of them's got to go, you know.
Out with the alligator.
Well, that was fun.